Okay. As far as I know, each states have their own laws. Like this fish cannot be kept and stuff like that. Correct.
Right.
So like when you ship this, so do you check to the buyer like is it
We
legal?
check when we print the orders.
Oh.
Let's say if somebody's buying a Dorado or Arapaima in Florida, we email them and say you can't have that, unless you have a permit. So we check before we bring it over here. Because a lot of times people try, you know what I mean? They try to just order, think, oh, they're not gonna see it. But we don't want to get in trouble, so we go ahead and check.
So how many days prior you stop feeding them before shipment?
We fed them Friday heavy, and then Saturday light.
Saturday.
So we let them rest for Sunday.
And Monday you ship them.
Monday we ship.
Does it apply to all the fish or just like it depends on the size?
All the fish, but for example, we don't feed heavy on Saturday.
Oh, okay. So because like in Indonesia, a lot of my friends they fast their fish based on the size. Like small fish, maybe they only have like 1 day without no food,
Yeah.
And for the bigger fish, they have like 4 days, 5 days before shipment.
With no food, yeah. No, I think we figure it out that here, as long as you're not feeding them too much, Like let's say if I feed a fish yesterday, it takes time to digest that food. So actually ship it today, and he might prove it tomorrow. You know what I mean? But what we want to do is make sure they're full health before shipping. So Saturday is just light, very light feeding, just so they have something. They digest Sunday, and we ship it on Monday.
So size doesn't matter.
No.
Everything's the same.
Yeah, but different fish will get different foods, before shipping. That makes a difference too.
Oh.
And then we don't use tank water; we use new filter water.
Won't they get like a pH shock or something like
We
that?
try to keep the same in where the water's coming in or in the tank. It's almost identical, so they don't. The temperature's identical, everything. If we use the tank water, we're already using ammonia water. You know what I mean? And it just helps to build it faster. So when you use fresh water, we had never had any problems. So we got a couple of things to pack out. And now it's pretty hot everywhere, so we put ice packs on everybody. And that's it, but when it's cold, we have to use heat pack. See, when he grows up, then he can start doing my job.
Look at that. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hello. He's running. All right. It's okay. All right. So this is the clean water.
Yeah, that's clean water, straight from the filter. Close it up, and go. But you see how everything right now is just like crazy, because we don't have anything set up. It's like going back in time and starting all over again. And I noticed too that a lot of people have different ways of closing the bag. Like Kevin does the whole spin around. I never really got into that. Mine is just like, I just put the rubber band, that's it.
Okay, and as for the oxygen, like how much oxygen
Well, see,
like needed?
We try to put more oxygen than water because that's more important. Water, as long as they're underwater, that's it. That's all they need.
Okay, so all these years, like what is the hardest fish to ship based on your experience?
All this year is the hardest fish to ship. Let's see, the hardest one is arowanas. Arowanas is the hardest one.
The silver arowana?
They live. I mean, they're hard fish. They don't die easy. And so it's very hard for an arowana to die. But the most fragile, you got me on that one. I don't know. To be honest, we don't have like the complaints like that. There's times where UPS doesn't deliver on time, or it's too cold, and anything happens, we'll replace the fish. But I don't have one that's like, oh man, this one is hard to ship. If anything, the paddlefish, the new ones that we got, you have to know how to ship them.
Okay.
Because the water has to be pristine. The sturgeon is also another one. You can just throw in a bag and go. You gotta prep them before you can ship them. So I'd say probably these two fish are the hardest ones to ship. But as far as the other one, the tropicals, no, they're very, very easy.
Same procedures, everything?
Yeah,
Majority.
clean water and oxygen. That's it. We don't put medicine in the water, or sometimes you have people that put the blue.
Yeah, the blue or the green, I don't know.
We treat the tanks here. Like you see a couple of tanks are green. We treat them here, but we don't treat them in the water. Like we don't treat them in the packing water, What would you say is the hardest fish to ship? We really don't have one like that, right?
Well, the spikier plecos that you have to maybe put into the vinyl bags, the ones that are gonna pop, You gotta be more
Oh, it's talking about like the big like.
like the Adonis and the ones that have the spikes that necessarily will pack the box, pop the bag when shipping.
Yeah.
So you gotta take a little extra precaution for the bigger fish and the ones that have the gills or the spikes that could potentially pop in shipment and then arrive dead. So that kind of stuff. Yeah.
But I was saying like I told him for me it would be like the paddlefish and the sturgeons. You know, the other fish as long as you pack properly, they'll be fine. This one you don't want UPS to mess up. You know,
You don't want to ship out the ones you want to keep. Whatever he doesn't like to, it loves some ones that we get in he wants to keep, and then when he sells them, he never really wants to ship them out. But he does.
That becomes a
but
problem.
those ones are hard to ship out. The ones you want to personally keep.
That's a good answer.
So like among all of these fish, like which one is like your favorite one?
Parapimus.
Or Paimas?
And the Peruvian sharks would be number 2.
Peruvian shark.
Yeah.
Why don't you get the platinum Peruvian shark? I think they are
Send me
available.
one. All right, send me one.
But there is
No, I'm just kidding.
no. I mean like in Indonesia they are right now, but I'm not sure how. I don't know because the price is so cheap for the platinum Peruvian shark. It's just like the baby one is just like $15. It doesn't make sense.
Here, that it would be like 1,500.
Yes, Indonesia $15, $20. It's just like
I don't know why the Peruvian shark are prohibited. You can't import them. So mine, I got it from rescuing, but I can't import them. So once they're here, you know, nobody really has a law. Oh, you can't have it, but you're not allowed to import them because they say that the population in the wild is low. But they're breeding them like crazy for food, right?
Peruvian shark in Indonesia is considered delicacy.
They're everywhere, right? Yeah. I noticed too that like the fish that sell the most is just the normal fish, like the red tails and all little stuff. Fish are very expensive. You have to have like the right person to sell it to.
Yep.
Not everybody's crazy like us, you know. Well, you always have to convince the wife too, because paying $1,000 on a fish.
Well, just never tell the price, you know.
But then what happens when you die? When you die, they sell your fish.
All right, I will just let you finish this. I'm gonna charge my battery again
Okay.
for this one.